Well, the main game at Waverley saw the Premiers play their main rival for the last 2 years, Hawthorn. The Bombers had gone from last year's grand final to beat the Hawks in the opening match of the season by 14 points. The Bombers went into this game leading the competition by 2 games, with Hawthorn back in 3rd place. We pick it up 11 minutes after the start, Essendon leading by 2 points, and with me in commentary, Mike Fitzpatrick. And Folds has got Malaxos, and he's a very attacking half-back flanker, Gary Folds, beating Malaxos so far. This goes back to Wallace. High. Walsh takes a great mark over Brereton. Tries to break away from Green and does. Harvey in trouble. Good tackle, Russo. Play on. The crumbs go to Matthews. His first touch, and he is booed loudly by the crowd. He goes all the way with a magnificent pass. Well played, Lee Matthews. The pass to Brereton. And umpire Cameron has seen something behind the play. He speaks to one of the Essendon defenders, but it's still Brereton's mark, almost in front and about 25 metres from goal. Well, Matthews under pressure from the Victorian public after what happened 2 weeks ago in the Geelong game, but his first possession was brilliant. Goal to Brereton. Hawthorn back in front.
Ball bounce. There's been a square infringement. Deal will take the kick. Deliberately, Baker deliberately put it over his head, but no 15 yards given. Left foot kick isn't good. Weston leading the race. Almost fooled by the bounce. Oh, there's a free given. It's a free given. It'll go to Carey.
He's a bit reckless, Brereton.
Carey from half-back to Elshaw. And Elshaw's going to think about it. Left foot. Going up high to Danaher in front. Loveridge with a chance. Now Watson. Watson breaking through the centre of the ground. Big handball out to Harvey. Harvey well caught by Lester Smith. Great tackle. Watson following up but can't do much with it. Looks like there'll be a bounce. And there is a centre half forward for the Dons.
Hasn't had a possession yet, Rod Lester Smith, but his tackle was fantastic. Deere did well. Out of the pack by Mark Thompson, and a diving mark by Merritt right in front. Roger Merritt. Should put the Bombers back in front. Distance about 35 metres, probably less. Kicked 5 last week. A set shot like this shouldn't bother him. Bombers into a slight breeze in the first turn. Straight through the middle. Essendon 2-3, Hawthorn 2-1. Essendon still leading by 2 points as we go to 10 minutes into the second quarter. Elshaw, Ezard, one of the fastest men in the league. Awkward that was for Malaxos. Goes back to Green. He's out, ball's in. Malaxos, well played, Russell Green. Malaxos drives it long. Good mark to King, who's just come on the ground off the bench. Centre of the ground, Madden, starting to get the touchback. Madden to centre half forward, bowled over after he got rid of it. No free. Watson taps away. Still Timmy Watson. Great play, Watson. Unmarked as Elshaw. Tried hard to drop it, and eventually held it almost between his knees. And this will test his kicking ability for distance. Bombers with the slight breeze in this quarter. Both teams have managed only 1 goal apiece in the first 11.5 minutes of the turn. Elshaw's kick won't make it. Off the ground, Merritt. It didn't make it either. Or did it? Consultation. This could be a goal yet. A goal to Roger Merritt. And Merritt has kicked 3.
Umpire Cameron to bounce the ball. Madden interferes with Deere, or at least appeared to. Wins the tap. Elshaw can't get away. The tuck can. Touch kick to Brereton, punched away by Danaher. Russo gets overrun. Kink gets overrun. Wood finally gets the ball out to Danaher, who's backed up extraordinarily well. He gives it to Van der Haar, who nearly marks. Lester Smith comes in. Give it to Colin Robertson. Robertson feeds it out to Loveridge. And Loveridge passes quickly in to Russo. And Russo is on centre wing. Comes around a bit. Kicking along to Matthews and Brereton. Brereton, a fine mark. Baker on his tail, spoils his kick. Cleared by Weston. Great pick up by Weston. To Baker. Baker will kick from there. No, he handballs. Gives it to Wood. Wood's in the middle of the ground. Runs into Buckenara just on the ground. Looks for Merritt. Merritt can't control it at the back. McCarthy handballs back into the square. McCarthy has a chance now, but it'll be blocked up. Stalemate and another bounce.
Gee, Leon Baker's playing an excellent game for the Bombers. 8 kicks to Baker. Langford up high. Van der Haar snap. Goes backwards. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to John Kennedy. Paul Van der Haar there, playing his 150th today. (5-5) Essendon, 4-3 Hawthorn. Kennedy's kick to half-back flank. In front, Russo. And Madden, an easy job to punch away, out of bounds. A scrappy game, but if you like them close and hardly fought, this is your type of game. At the back, Walsh luckily finds Van der Haar.
It's a great tap by Madden. Madden just fed that straight back over the off the boundary throw and set up that kick to Van der Haar. Not a bad looking shot. Right through the centre. Essendon 6-5, just opening up that little bit of the lead. So Hawthorn's 4-3. Madden starting to get his eye in. Watson. Tuck. Cleared away by Elshaw. Marked by Izzard. Izzard kicks into space where Clark is running. Kennedy on the mark. Clark's really within range. He's kicked pretty well. And it's in. Another goal. And Essendon start to really stretch that lead. 7-5 to 4-3.
Low-scoring game, which had been goal for goal in the first quarter, all of a sudden Essendon lead by 20 points after getting the last 4 goals. Buckenara's on the ground. Neagle on all fours to Wood. He was legged, said the umpire. And a free kick to Merv Neagle. Up to half forward. Van der Haar in front. McCarthy the spoil. Kennedy shuffles it out. Loveridge. Brereton. Brilliantly by Danaher, who started at half forward, swapped with Walsh and went back to half back, and has been a great player in both positions. Neagle to half forward. Kennedy outnumbered. He needed to take that. Izzard to Harvey, who's been quiet. Harvey for goal. Merritt. The umpire has paid the mark. Merritt comes back and kicks the goal. Roger Merritt's kicked 4. Interesting that one that he had a touch inside the field of play. I didn't think he held the mark until he was over the behind line. The umpire paid it, and Merritt has kicked 4 of Essendon's 8, and they've really stretched their lead now.
Centre bounce with Essendon drawing away. Byrne on the ball. Madden wins, but Hawthorn get the ball away. The half-back line again, though. Donnell to Danaher. To Walsh. Walsh going across the ground, looking for Clark. Punched away by Kennedy, taken by Russo. Russo breaks through, back of the square. Long kick. Danaher again, the half-back line of Essendon is just really holding this Hawthorn side up. Harvey now with the chance, but doesn't use the time he's got. Clark, Russo. Russo's handball intercepted by Donnell. Donnell tackled and dropping the ball. And Russo will take another kick.
26-point lead to Essendon. McCarthy on the forward line now, hooks up. Matthews on Kink, that's an interesting one. At the back of them, Malaxos takes a good mark. Steve Malaxos, who was given a goal earlier in this quarter by Lee Matthews, now has a chance for his second. All-Australian captain last year, led the Australian team to Ireland for the 3 test matches in Gaelic football over there. Comes for goal, that's a good kick. Just faded away at the end to go through for a behind. 1 goal, 1 to Steve Malaxos. The Hawks needed that. They trail by 25 points.
Donnell bringing the ball away, once again kicking the ball to himself. At the back is Byrne. Uses the right foot. Centres. Lester Smith. And McCarthy. McCarthy's the man that holds it. And he's come forward after spending most of his time today in defence on Roger Merritt and Vanderhaar with limited success. Both coaches really moving their players around today. 30 metres out straight in front. Good looking kick. Goal umpire doesn't move. Gives it 6 points. The Hawks pick one back, 5-4. Still 19 points down. Here's
5 minutes later, the Bombers leading by 20 points.
Instead, he kicks it straight to Merv Nagle, who saw that kick coming from the time it left Ayres' boot. Great kick by Nagle, a huge kick right in the square. Madden up high, can't quite grab it.
He paid it.
Oh, umpire Cameron's paid it anyway. And that will rate with the mark he paid Merritt a few minutes before. It's one of the more surprising decisions of the day. It was a fine leap. Moved to 9-6. Hawthorn 5-4.
6 goals, 2 in this quarter. Essendon, a couple of them perhaps a bit lucky. Baker out of the middle again. Vanderhaar in front, spoiled by Langford. Oh, Watson pushed.
Go on. Really good run.
Well, that time it was umpire Tony Bryant. And now here's Tim Watson right in front and 50 metres from goal. Seemed to pull that one a bit, didn't really follow through. And it's offline to the right for a behind. 3 behinds, Tim Watson, no goals.
Langford with the kick out. Going to go long. Lead there from Byrne. Oh, none of the Hawthorn blokes seem to want it. Couldn't make up their mind who was going to get it, and consequently the Essendon players filled the space. Byrne, good tap. Ball squeezed out by the Hawks. Wood. Wood, good hands to Elshaw. Elshaw with a bounce, now kick. Putting it over the back, looking for Madden. Well done by Langford. Watson at the front. Say no more. Great football by Elshaw.
That second quarter was the decisive one for the Bombers, where they kicked 7 goals to 2 to lead by 33 points at half-time. An even second half in which Essendon kicked 11-4 to 10-7, and they ran out winners by 36 points. Merritt 5 goals, 3 apiece to Baker, Harvey and Elshaw, and for Hawthorn, Knights and Buckenara each kicked 3 goals, and Brereton kicked 2. Hawthorn's second loss to Essendon this year after their grand final fade-out last year. The gap between the Bombers and the rest is starting to look unbridgeable. Well, how good will they be when Paul Salmon comes back?